What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of the You Ain't Grizz Baby podcast. My name is John, and I'm going to go jerk my cock.
What's up, guys? My name is Bendro.
And my name is Dunkus.
And I'm Goldglove. What's up, guys?
And I'm Hutch. And John is literally jerking his cock right now. The agreement from last time was he said that he could jack off and finish in 2 minutes flat. So we're giving him 3 minutes from start to finish. And giving him a minute for cleanup. And if he's not back in 3 minutes, then he loses. So,
and hopefully this goes over well.
Interesting way to start a convo.
Exactly. But let's dive into some topics.
Yeah. First, Hutch, you want to talk a little bit about the trip you just went on?
Yeah. The last 2 weeks have just been pretty nutty. I was at QuakeCon for 5 days, and that was 2 weeks ago. And then we came back for less than 24 hours, and then hopped on a plane to Germany for Gamescom. Actually, we hopped on a plane for DC, and then from DC to Paris, and then from Paris to Dusseldorf, and then a train to Germany. And by the time we got there, we had been traveling for 18 hours, and it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And when we left, it was 8 o'clock in the morning. So we were all totally fucking annihilated. Have you guys ever been jet lagged before?
Oh yeah.
Nope. A little bit.
It's terrible.
Nothing like that.
It is horrible. We got there and we couldn't go to bed because number one, that would fuck up our sleep cycle even more. And number two, there was a PlayStation event where they were basically showing off their lineup for Gamescom and demoing games and things like that. And we had to go to that and cover it. And we were just so fucked. I don't know if you guys saw the stuff on Respawn for that event, but I seriously look like I've been strung out on heroin for 5 days.
You look like a zombie.
It was so bad. That was so horrible. But aside from that, the event was fucking amazing. Do you guys know anything about Gamescom?
I have no idea what it is.
It's been traditionally in Leipzig, Germany, which is I think about an hour away by train, and it's just this huge event. There were 250,000 people at the event this year.
Holy shit!
So Comic-Con, for example, is 80,000 people, and that was fucking massive, downtown San Diego. But this event was just absolutely off the wall. And it's just a really, really cool environment. It's basically like E3 and PAX and all these other conventions, but, it's just a really fun environment. And on top of the fact that we're in Germany, so.
And how big was E3?
E3 was, oh god, John. Oh my god. It's so gross.
So John just typed in, "I don't have any toilet paper / Kleenex." For those of you guys listening.
Oh my god.
Oh man. This is great.
Paper towel.
Paper towel.
Okay. Everything.
So is
crisis
it
averted.
is Gamescom the E3 of Germany, basically?
Yeah, basically. It's the same idea, but just bigger. Just way bigger.
Is it strictly games?
Yeah, they had some. Yeah, it's all games. What's funny is that GDC Europe was going on in the opposite end of the same building at the same time, so that was pretty nuts.
How big is this damn building?
It's huge. It's it's bigger. Huge. It's bigger than the LA Convention Center.
That's crazy.
Huge. But Germany was a trip. The event itself was really, really cool. We got to play some games. We got to see some cool demos and talk to some of the developers there. But Germany itself was Cologne is beautiful. They have cobblestone roads and the first night that I was there, John, sweet victory. The first night that I was there,
I tripped over my pants in the hallway and woke that up.
Okay, now did you seriously just jack off and finish? And I want to say that was 3 minutes, not 2 minutes.
That was quick.
That was
It's fucking hot. It's fucking hot in here. My balls hurt. I sat on my balls at work.
No more excuses.
How does one sit on their own balls? Did you pinch them between your legs, or did you full on sit on them?
I just sat down and sat on my balls.
Did you sit on both? Did you sit on both balls or just one of them?
Just my right ball.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Hey, little known fact, since my wife is going into PA school, she kindly informed me that the right nut always hangs lower than the left. So,
Are you sure about that?
well, not
I feel
always.
like my
I
left.
shouldn't say
I
always.
feel like
It's just,
my left ball hangs lower than my right one.
it's like people are right-handed, and like the majority of people are right-handed. Well, the majority of people's balls, the right one hangs lower.
I'm gonna look at this right now because I don't think that this is. My neighbors are gonna think I'm a total perv.
You're pulling
No,
it. So no-
I have visual confirmation that my left ball hangs lower than my right ball.
so I think this might be the first
Minority.
podcast in history where two people pull down their pants.
I want to hit like what's the consensus on you guys? Where
I'm
your
checking
balls?
right now. I gotta check.
Take a gander.
I know my right ball hangs
Come on,
lower.
This is
Is
this
there-
is probably,
around me. What's wrong
it's
with you?
probably the gayest podcast that you could possibly.
I've
My
already
right
had.
is far lower than my left.
As is mine.
Is there a
Mine's
reason?
also kind of sticky because paper
God
towel
damn
on.
it, Joe.
Did your wife give a
So
reason?
Hutch, you're in the minority, I guess.
Mine's left. Mine's on the left too.
Oh,
All right, me and Brendan, solidarity here.
Yep. So
So
I
this
don't know.
just took a 180-degree turn.
So we'll go right into that. To what do you guys do with your pubes?
Oh my gosh.
I kind of just swipe them off my chest. There's probably a collection of several pubes on my carpet.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wait, he's talking about.
Wait
he's
a
talking about
minute, wait a
Manscaped.
minute,
He's
he's
talking about Manscaped.
Wait, I thought you were talking about
What
what
are you talking about?
No, we're
He's talking
talking
about
trim,
Manscaped.
shave, fur burger.
Yeah, man.
How do you manscape
I thought like when you
yourself?
jack off, you end up with like 17 assorted pubic hairs.
That's just you, buddy.
Oh my god.
Oh man. All
Maybe
right.
that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just you there, Hutch.
Really? No one else? Like I literally
You gotta
pulled
go-
the pubic hair out of my keyboard. Just
That's disgusting. You got one of those mini vacs.
You got to go four-wheeling through that shit to get to your dick.
I bet you if I took all the keys off the keyboard and actually look underneath the keys, I could find like an entirely new set of pubic hair.
Oh no.
Disgusting.
So I'm gonna take that as you don't do anything to him. You don't manscape at all.
I used to trim them, and then like my last girlfriend was like European, and she was just like, "No, don't even touch them. Like, why would you do that?" And when I went to Planned Parenthood one time to get my routine checkup, you guys get checked every 6 months. Every 6 months, they said that like the lady there said that it's stupid, this new trend of like shaving your pubes, because like your pubes are there to like protect you from chafing and all that stuff. So it's actually good.
Really? I have to trim because otherwise it just gets too hot down there.
I shave that shit.
Yeah, me too.
Gone.
You
All
pick
gone.
it, it's all
All
gone.
gone. All
You're
gone.
just trying to add
Oh
like
my
an extra
God.
F to your
I
cock.
need to add an extra inch, dude. My dick is short and fat. I have like a soup pan.
That's why everything sticks to your leg, and you end up sitting on your nuts because it's all sticky and there's no hair to lubricate down there.
Oh my god.
I'm not really worried about it. My dick looks big.
You guys
It
use
should already look big because you weigh like 110 pounds.
I'm
What about girl-
165 pounds. Go fuck your mother.
What about girls? Do you guys prefer if they shave, trim, or just leave it alone?
landing
Completely gone.
strip.
Landing strip is, yeah, that's what I'm about to
Yep.
say.
I
All
just don't
gone.
like.
I'm not trying to floss. I'm not trying to floss.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the going through the forest.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's a little
No.
bit too much.
You gotta test
But
the
then-
waters.
Honestly, if they shave and you catch them on like the second or third day after they shave, then it's just nasty. It's like stubble and gross. So unless they're getting waxed like consistently, I don't know. I don't know if I prefer shaved or not. I don't know. It's a hard decision.
That's true. Stubble is uncomfortable too.
I think
It's really gross looking.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
stubble is worse than a forest because it's just like it's rough.
it's true.
See, I don't know. I don't need like landing strips are just so weird to me. Like, what's the point of them? It's like basically like a Hitler on your vagina. Like, what is the point? Like,
I
if
like
you're
it.
gonna do that, you might as well shave all the way. But then again, like, if I'm going down on someone, I don't want to feel like I'm going down on like a 7-year-old. So, like, pubic hair is totally fine. And John, it's not like you're fucking flossing. It's not like you come up with like a mouthful of pubes.
What was that movie? Scary Movie or something like that where they did that?
Yeah, it's like a big afro or something.
I ain't,
Yeah.
see, it doesn't matter because I ain't going nowhere near that thing until I give it the dipstick test.
Yeah. You feel that before you, yep.
You give them the dip. You're up in there with your hands a little bit, and then you give them a nice big hug. You sniff your finger behind their back.
If it stinks,
and
you're
then-
gone.
and then you decide if you're going down there.
Dude,
I have honestly never
my
heard of
dad
that.
taught me that when I was in like the 8th grade. He gave me that talk. He's like, you need to learn what the stinky fingers check is. And I was like, what's that?
Oh,
No?
God.
Honestly, I've never
Wow.
heard of it.
It's a man
Never heard
lesson.
of it.
My dad gave me no such talk. That would have been like the most awkward conversation.
Yeah.
How did that
Possibly
conversation
bad.
end?
I don't know, man. He just, I had every conversation with him. He didn't make it awkward. He always just went about it in a certain way, I guess. I don't know.
I don't see how you could make that not awkward.
I learned from it. Got me out of some stinky situations.
My parents are pretty open, and they say some real fucked up shit. Like it was my dad's birthday, and like I gave him a card, and like inside of it, you know how you can write little things, and I just said, "You're really fucking old." And he says, he's like, "I'm not old until my dick stops working, and I can't fuck your mom."
Oh.
And I was just like, "What?"
Oh.
Wow.
It was hard. It was hard for me to grasp it.
That's something my dad would say.
I'm the exact opposite, dude. I can't talk about anything like that in front of my parents, dude. It just doesn't happen.
I can't either.
I do it intentionally. Like my mom is like the most like really straight laced, really white, really suburban, and I will bust out with asking her if she's ever given my dad anal and all that stuff. Just because I love watching my mom go, "Oh, Sean," and she just starts blushing and
And the shit you say on your personal Facebook, she has to like turn red and become embarrassed about it.
No, my mom isn't on Facebook, but like I have cousins and like relatives too. But like the thing is like, I don't know, add me at your own risk, relatives, because I just feel like I'm not gonna say gosh darn. or whatever.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Like, I don't censor myself just because I know that family, like, I have family added on Facebook.
You can't put me in a box, man.
Yeah, you can't hold me down.
I have to because my family is a gossip factory. If I say something, man, it gets around the family like it's nobody's business. So if I mention anything, everybody in my whole family knows it in like 10 minutes. It's ridiculous. So I have to watch everything I say.
So it's everyone's business.
Exactly.
I had my old roommate Marty. Have you guys ever seen Marty in any of my videos? An evening with Hutch's Yo Daddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a long
yeah.
time ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my old roommate Marty. Marty's kind of effeminate, and but he's like totally straight. He's like one of the straightest guys I know. He's just like sort of effeminate, and he left his. This was when MySpace was like the site, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But he left his MySpace open, and I posted a bulletin under his under his name coming out of the closet, and I wrote it like this like really like long paragraph, like after a lifetime of like really grappling with this, I just I feel like I can't fight it anymore. I just want to let everybody know that I'm gay and yada yada.
No.
And I didn't tell him that I did it. It's just really fucked up in retrospect, but like I didn't tell him that I did it, and he started getting messages from old friends of his in high school saying, "Oh, that's great, man! I knew this whole time. I'm really happy for you."
Oh, no. Oh,
And
no.
he's just like, "What the fuck is going on right now?" He actually got back to me because he changed my email auto signature. You know how you can do auto signatures at the end of each email?
Yeah.
He changed mine to, "I love you, I miss you, and I can't wait until the day that I can hold you in my arms again." And so I'm like emailing like, I was like a literature coordinator for a nonprofit organization, and I was like corresponding with the people at the regional offices, and every time I said them, I don't even know that was a signature at the bottom. For like a year.
Oh, that's terrible.
Good
On
times.
that topic, do you guys have any pranks that you've done to your coworkers or anything like that?
I iced my
definitely
boss. I
You
iced
iced
my boss. Yes, I did.
Oh,
You know what
my God.
icing is?
Oh,
you guys
yes.
know what bros icing bros is?
Yep.
Anytime you present somebody with a Smirnoff Ice, they must drop to one knee and drink it, or they're never permitted to ice another bro.
But you have to present it in a clever way. That's the
Yes.
kicker. You can't just
Yes.
say, "Here, chug this."
But I iced my boss.
I got a story from work I can elaborate on. 2 years ago when the Rickroll thing was really popular, there was this little thing going around on April 1st that you could install to the Mozilla Firefox, like an add-on, where every fourth or fifth click, it would turn into a Rickroll YouTube video. It would go right to that. And then every time you scrolled down 15 or so lines, it would automatically hit back, so it would go back a page. So I installed this on his work computer, knowing that all he does is browse the web all day. And he was from 7 a.m. until lunch, he was convinced he had a virus. He was talking to the IT guy and convinced that his computer has been hacked. And
oh god, that is amazing.
And eventually he found out, or I told him, I don't know what happened, but he was so pissed. And the next morning when I went into work at 7 o'clock, nothing, and I mean nothing, was in my cube. I mean, I had papers on the wall, or on my desk. I had stuff on the wall, like pictures. I had my computer, obviously my mouse. So I got there and nothing, like nobody was ever there. So I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do? I can't even clock in. I can't do any kind of work. And ended up, he moved all my stuff to this office that nobody was using across the whole building because he was so pissed at me, I guess. But it was, I'm serious, this must have taken him an hour to get all the shit out of my cube because it was full of stuff and it was completely gone.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm in commercial construction. I work in the office, do 3D modeling and project engineer type stuff.
Okay.
I don't really want to get in. I don't know how much you guys know about the construction
Too complex
process.
for my little brain.
No, I mean, I don't want to talk gibberish. Something you guys don't understand. So basically, I'm on a computer all day. I'm looking at prints. I'm talking to people
on
and
YouTube,
on Skype,
and I get on Skype every once in a while on my phone.
I never pranked a coworker, but again, going back to Marty, me and him had some epic pranks, really, really epic pranks. I can't remember what I did to him, but it might have been actually in response to posting that bulletin of him coming out of the closet. But I come home one day and I go upstairs and there's a UPS package with my name, address, all that. And I thought my girlfriend had sent me some I don't know why I thought she sent me cookies because that'd be so fucking gross if she was sending cookies across the country. Would they even last however long it takes?
Probably not.
Well, no.
She overnighted them.
Well, anyways, I thought I just assumed it was from her, and I opened it up, and there's a bunch of newspapers crumpled up, so I don't really see what's at the bottom. But I pull up this Tupperware container, and the top of the container has been completely taped off, and so I can't see what's in there. And I open it up, and Marty had taken a shit in a Tupperware container, and seriously, he went to town. He put two corn nuts in it and made a smiley face with it. It was fucking disgusting. And so I got him back by taking a shit on a paper plate and just putting it under his bed.
Oh no! Oh no!
He didn't know that it was under his bed for a week.
Oh my God,
that's disgusting.
Could you start to smell it from where you were?
How do you
Wait,
not
what?
smell something like that?
Opening up he had doused the Tupperware container in cologne, and so by the time I opened up the top of the UPS package, I'm like, this is a really, really odd smell. It was just really, because it was
How
a
did he
shit.
not smell it in his room?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I really have no idea.
Disgusting.
But there is a literally a piece of shit just under his bed for a week. There was no top on it or anything.
It's disgusting.
I did something like that to Bendro, but it wasn't shit. It was an old Jimmy John's sandwich. I don't know if you guys know what Jimmy John's is. It's a Subway. We pulled a prank on him. We put a Jimmy John's sandwich under his bed. It was there for literally a month, and the bread was like a rock, and it started to smell so bad and moldy and everything. It wasn't near as bad as shit, but
Yeah.
best I can do.
Well, the best prank I was a part of, it happened to me. One night, we went out to the bars in Indianapolis, and we left one of our buddies down there accidentally. We were all really drunk, so we all took a cab back, left him down there, left one of our roommates down there. I lived with two other guys, and by the time we got back, he ended up coming back, and he was all pissed off and stuff, and I thought we hashed everything out. We were cool. So I went to bed, and I had a girl with me. The next morning, we wake up. She goes to use the bathroom, whatever she does. She opens the door, and she gets doused in water. And what he did, we for our trash, we used a huge trash can, like one of those like 40-gallon trash cans or whatever. He filled it up all the way with water and leaned it against the door. So when she opened it, she got just covered in water. And that was probably the best thing I've been a part of. And I got yelled at for that, but it was pretty good. It was well played.
That's pretty epic.
That's rude. That poor girl.
It was pretty funny though.
So I guess we should talk about some games before the time limit.
Do you want to talk a little bit about what else you did in Germany except to go to Gamescom? Like what else, what other stuff you did, or how much time you
Go to a
spent?
brothel.
No, but like one of our guys that does freelance editing and camera work for us told one of the guys that we were with about like it's like Europe's most famous brothel is in Cologne, Germany. It's called like Pasha's or something like that. And so we went downstairs one night and we were asking like the hotel clerk. Germany's awesome because everyone speaks English, by the way. Or like
Really?
most people do. Yeah, well, I'd say like 75% of the people there speak at least proficient English, so it made life like really easy. But we go down to the hotel clerk, and her name, I'm not kidding you, was oh fuck, what was her first name? It was like Katrina Hell. Her last name was Hell. And Katrina was like this really like nice, like mild mannered, really kind of plain girl working the front desk. And we were asking her like, oh, what about nightlife? Where should we go? Yada yada yada. And one of us said, oh, what about Pasha? Just as a joke. And she goes, oh, you guys want to go to Pasha, huh? Oh. But I guess you had to be there, but it was pretty funny. She was just she was like this really like mild mannered like girl. But yeah, I mean like Germany's fucking rad. Like every time you walked by like a lake, there's always like some bar on the lake. And so like there was like we went out one night and there was like fucking 200 people at this one bar called the Beer Garden. Or I guess it's a beer garden. There's many of them there. But there was like 200, 300 people there on a lakeside just chilling, smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, and watching this soccer game. It's just a really cool environment because you'd never see that in LA. Like, never. Usually, like, everyone's fucking shit-faced drunk and fighting or whatever. And everybody there was just, like, chilling and having a good time. We actually went to a soccer game the next day. And there was like 30,000 people there, and I've never seen anything like that before. Like, those dudes are hardcore. Like, chanting like I've never seen. Like, I mean, people go nuts at football games, but these dudes were like, oh my god. For like the last 45 minutes of the soccer game, like, this one side was just doing this chant over and over again. We were actually rooting for the wrong team half the time because we didn't understand the chants, and so we would just start screaming. And then like a minute into the game, literally a minute into the game, a brawl broke out like 3 rows behind us. I got it all on film too. I'll put it up on, it'll either go up on Respawn or my channel, but this huge brawl broke out. A chick was in the middle of it. She was doing like spinning roundhouse kicks, trying to kick over the rails and shit. It was fucking crazy, but that was a lot of fun. The whole experience was just like really awesome. QuakeCon was sort of weird. Like, that was in Dallas. That was right before Gamescom. It was cool, it was a lot of fun, but it was just like, number one, it was like a huge PC crowd, and like, I'm not really like a PC gamer, so I was already out of my element there. And then on top of that, it's like, everyone's fucking drunk. After 8 o'clock p.m., everyone is fucking hammered down at the Hilton. And like, I don't drink, and so that, I mean, that was like, I was like twofold out of my element. On top of that, there was like one hot girl for every 30 guys. And so everywhere you walked, you'd see like one hot girl surrounded by like 8 guys. It looks like they were getting ready to do like a bukkake.
I knew that was coming.
QuakeCon was cool, but Gamescom was definitely my most fun con experience this year.
Has anybody else?
What's that?
I was
I
just
saw
gonna.
that picture of you playing chess against some dude outside in Germany. That
was fucking rad. We climbed the cathedral steps. It's a really famous cathedral in Cologne, and it was 500 steps. It's this narrow spiral staircase, and so you're literally like doing the like. I can't do it because I can't make the motions in person, but you're walking up this really narrow spiral staircase, 500 feet up. And when we got out, there was this old dude playing chess, and so I walked up and I dropped €1 in his little hat that he was like, for like chess etiquette. If somebody's got like a bucket with money or something like that chilling, you usually give them like $1 or $2, and then they'll play you in chess. And so I gave him $1, and then like a crowd of like 20 people walked up, and you can tell that dude was used to just playing like really shitty tourists. And I played tournament chess for years, and I ended up beating him, and that was like awesome to do that in front of like 20 people.
Was there a standing ovation after you beat him?
No, people were like definitely there was some chatter because I made this one move, and no matter what he did, it was going to be checkmate in 2, and he knew it like immediately. And you could tell he was looking at the board, just shaking his head and saying something in German. I have no idea. And finally, he just like looked up and stared at me, and then I shook his hand, and everyone started going like and like chitter chatter in the background. So,
Is that the first time you've been to Europe, or?
Yeah, I've never been to Europe before. It was rad.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was totally rad.
You guys want to talk
to
about
go to Europe if you play video games, kids?
Yeah, I know, right? I always wanted to go to Europe too, and it was really cool. Like, job paid for it and everything. It's just I was there to work. Like with the going to conventions and stuff like that. I don't know. Have you guys ever been to like Comic-Con or E3 or anything like that?
I've been to PAX East.
Yeah, well, PAX is different because I hear PAX is like totally rad. And it's like a totally different kind of environment, and it's like more for the fans than it is for the developers. And
Yeah, it's not developer oriented at all.
No,
I don't even, like the majority of the higher ups from the companies don't even show up there. Like it's just a lot of like lower end people that like do the coding and shit. So you can actually get answers out of people and talk to people that aren't all about the money aspect of making the game.
yeah,
I went to WCG a couple of years ago, which was pretty cool.
which one is?
World
Oh,
Cyber
right.
Games.
Yeah.
So I mean, they had like a giant. It's more kind of oriented towards competitive gaming, and they have like a giant stand with. I think they had Counter-Strike going on these giant big screens. There's like 3 giant big screens. They had professional announcer. It was pretty badass.
You went to MLG
Nice.
though too.
Yeah, I went to MLG in Las Vegas in 2007, I think. So that was pretty good.
I just got to meet a bunch of MLG guys today. I met SK, Walshy, Nated, Defy, god damn it, Dursky, Cypher, and then 2 other ones. I don't know if you guys know these names.
Yeah, I know
Goldglove,
most
if
of
you
them.
follow. Yeah.
Have you guys been watching that Red Bull live event that Walshy's been doing?
That's where we went today. Actually.
Yeah, that stuff is awesome. Like, if people don't like Halo, they need to watch that because the callouts, the teamwork, I mean, it's a lot of fun to watch. I mean, competitive gaming is a lot. I think it's more fun to watch than just regular pub matches and stuff like that. But it was pretty intense to watch, and just the way they communicate and all the different callouts and stuff like that. It's pretty awesome.
Especially Halo. Halo, like competitive Halo, is just so much fun to watch. I cannot wait until MLG picks up Reach and see what they do with that.
I don't know. I feel like MLG
I'm awesome at Halo.
They only kind of portray Halo. That's what I don't like about it. Like when I went, if you walk into an MLG event, their Halo 3 main stage is like 100 times better than any other game's main stage.
Even like COD 4?
Well, they didn't have
COD 4
was there, but
COD 4 it was only featured for like 2 events, like back in the day.
well, it
And
was
then
only online because their system link setup was kind of poor for Call of Duty 4.
Yeah, they don't have any LAN support.
Right.
Uh,
Right. So
I don't know why they couldn't have done private matches, but I mean, it was all done. Well, yeah, they can, but I mean, it's all done over live. They don't have any like LAN support, so like, there's always going to be some lag in a situation like that, which is kind of stupid. But
I mean, it was just crazy because like the Halo 3 main stage had lights and giant monitors, and then you go to any other game's main stage, and it was just kind of weak, just kind of a plain stage.
Well, back in the
I
day,
guess
that was the game, though. Halo 3 was
Yeah,
the game.
yeah. I mean, I guess I understand that. It's going to bring in the most popularity, so.
Yeah.
for whatever reason, I think they could have marketed like. Well, then again, I don't know. Like Halo, to me, like competitive Halo is just so much more exciting to watch. Like controlling the power-ups and like CTF is just such a more technical game. It's not just like rush, nade, spam kind of thing. It's like you really have to be tactical with it. And so when you watch those guys play at that level, it's just fucking magical. Especially when like guys like Snipe Down or Neighbor pick up a sniper. It's just, oh man.
Oh, it is crazy. And it's even better live. Like, you can watch it on the live streams, but it's nothing until you actually go to a live event. There's just hardcore fans. It is so awesome. The atmosphere is just, I don't know, it's like watching professional sports, like being at a basketball game, being in Staples Center. It's something like that. I mean, it's crazy.
Have you guys, this is a little off topic, have you guys seen StarCraft live? Like what those guys do? Oh my god, dude, it's like a football game. One of the matches I saw, there were 80,000 fans in a crowd. It was like in a big stadium.
Was it in Korea?
Yeah. But they were watching just two guys playing on screens, and the screens were side by side. And it was just amazing to watch. They had like banners, they had, like everything you would see at a sporting event. And they were cheering for moves and certain stuff like that. And then they had these Korean announcers, but what I watched, there were subtitles. I mean, it was like a real sporting event. It was one of the best things I've ever seen. This was when I was thinking about getting to StarCraft 2 and stuff like that. And, I mean, it was just amazing what those guys are like, compared to America, they're like actors, like celebrity-wise.
Those guys have clout. Like, they're definitely celebrities there.
And they were saying, I don't know if this is true or not, but they were saying that, like, once you reach a certain age, like 23 or something like that, those guys get discarded like they're, yesterday's news, because they're not as fast as the younger guys. So I guess it's like 17 to 23 is the age range.
I believe.
The other thing, too, that I heard about Korea was that you actually legally... I don't know, I could be wrong here, but somebody told me that you actually legally can't even buy that game there because they were worried, like it was banned, like because they were worried that it was going to affect work productivity. And so,
really?
like, in order to get, I think you have to have some kind of status. I don't know, I probably sound like a total retard right now, but this is just what one of my buddies told me.
No, I heard it was banned. I remember hearing about that too.
Yeah.
So,
but like when you go like to downtown Seoul, Korea and stuff. Like, every fucking sign you see on the wall, like on the buses and the public transportation, is StarCraft 2.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that...
They're crazy over there.
Yeah. I don't know. It was pretty cool to watch. It was a whole documentary about just regular StarCraft, and they followed around the gamers, and they're sponsored and stuff like that, and it's like a real job. I mean, they are made to practice at least 8 hours every day by their sponsors or whatever they are. And before a big tournament or something like that, like what they do, I guess there's two teams and they 1v1, and it's like kind of like a ladder. Like if you knock out one of the other team's players, it goes back and forth. But like before a big event, they have to go to. It's like I don't know. It's like a dorm room pretty much, and they just practice against it. Yeah, it's like pretty much like a training facility, and they just practice like for 2 or 3 weeks before a big event. So I mean, they take that stuff pretty serious.
That's what the MLG players do, like Halo. I know all the teams get together, they go to wherever the event is, like 2 to 3 weeks early, and they just practice against each other in their hotel rooms. They just do LANs personally.
Well, that's what's going on right now with Red Bull. It's Carbon versus Heaven and Earth, and they're just doing just nonstop scrims and live streaming it for like 3 days.
Really, that's nuts.
Yeah, but those guys that play anywhere between 4 and 8 hours of Halo every day.
God.
Didn't you go see them today?
Yeah, I was just saying that we went and saw them and interviewed like 5 of the pros there, and then we shot an episode. It was funny as hell. We were at it was like this Red Bull headquarters, and first of all, like meeting the pros was really cool, but Nated was like, do you guys know anything about Nated?
No.
He's like this super intense, really aggressive player, and he was equally intense in like regular conversation.
Is he the guy?
Like, I was like,
is he the guy on Walshy's team who always is yelling?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's
him.
awesome.
Yeah, he's on Carbon. He's always like screaming, like, "Let's get pumped up" and shit like that. Like totally getting. But when we were meeting all the pros, like all of them were like super nice, and like he was just sort of like, "Hey, what's up?" And then like sat down and like kept started playing right away. And then they were all playing in a free for all, and I noticed one of the names came up in the kill feed, and it said Brett Robert. And I was like, "Oh, whose gamer tag is that? I've seen that before." And they pointed to Nated. I was like, "Oh, that's your gamer tag?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, oh, my friend's name is Brett Robert. Same name, he just pronounces it differently. And he literally just like looked at me and gave me a cold stare. and I'm sitting, it's like a room full of like 10 dudes, and it was like total silence. And then I was holding a Red Bull, because it's like you can just have all the free Red Bull that you want. And I just looked at him for a second. I'm like, cool story, huh? I'm gonna go drink a Red Bull. And I just like went away. It's like super
Cool story,
awkward.
bro.
I know, right?
That's awesome.
Well, see you later.
Yeah, that's what Sark said. He's like, you know what you just did? You just pulled a big gulps, huh? All right, see ya.
That's the best line in any movie.
Yeah.
Either that or in what is it? Is it Old School? Is that the one where the dude I think it's Will Ferrell walks in. Is it Will Ferrell? Fuck. Dude walks in on a guy cheating on his wife. And the guy's like, other guys don't rat out other guys. Good talk. See you out there. Just like all in one sentence.
I thought that was one of
Craig
the Wilson
Kilborn.
brothers, isn't it? Because his wife was getting
gangbanged.
gangbanged.
That was
old-
Wedding Crashers. That was
that
Wedding
was-
Crashers.
No, that was... No.
Wasn't it?
No, that was Old School.
Was it
Yeah,
Old School?
Yeah, okay, I was
Oh
right.
my!
Yeah.
Get my movies
Luke-
mixed up.
Luke Wilson walked in
Yeah.
on...
Yeah, Luke Wilson. Yep, that was a good movie.
But anytime I have a serious conversation with somebody now, I always end it with good talk. See you out there.
All right, so Hutch, you want to talk about kind of the Call of Duty shit-wise?
Modern Warfare 2 in particular.
Yeah, well, I was watching Excalzor's latest video that he posted. He's one of those dudes. I know, like, all you guys have, like, there's, like, I don't know about you guys, but there's only, like I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 dudes that, like, whenever a vid of theirs, like, pops in my sub box, like, I watch it every single time. And, Excal's one of those dudes for me, and he was talking about, just basically, like, he dropped a casual line in there saying how Modern Warfare 2 is just total dog piss now, and I think it's pretty safe to say that, like, all of us probably are pretty frustrated with that game, but he made this, when he said that, it just kind of got me thinking, like, is it really fair to classify a game like Modern Warfare 2 as total shit when all of us probably have over 20 days played in it? Like, how the hell is that even possible? Like, I'm not saying that the game doesn't have problems. I don't even personally play it anymore whatsoever. But at the same time, it's like, I want to call it a shit game, but it's not. How can you call it that when you've spent so much time playing it?
I think, honestly, we've just all put it on such a high of a pedestal that we all want it to be so perfect that, I mean, every game's going to have its issues, obviously, but I don't know. I think the whole community as a whole just kind of expected that game to be too perfect. And I mean, if you look at it, it's a fucking awesome game. Like, honestly, it's a really good game, but I don't know, I guess it's just kind of overplayed now.
Yeah. My personal
Let's just
feeling... Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead first.
My personal feelings on it is that I think it's a little bit too noob-friendly, I guess, if that's the correct term. Like, I was really good at World at War just because I think that's more... not necessarily skill game, but I think the better players do better on it. And if you go back to Modern Warfare 2, I mean, you got the noob tubes for all the kids that don't know how to play, and then you got the death streaks for the kids that die over and over. And those are the things that frustrate us. But no matter what I do, no matter what game I play, I keep on coming back to Modern Warfare 2 because I always enjoy it. Now, right now, the game types that I'm playing are like CTF and Search and Destroy. Those are really the only 2 game types I can play consistently. Like, if you have a good team in CTF, you can't beat that. I mean, you just run over kids. It's so much fun. And then Search and Destroy, I think, is more skill-based, and you don't necessarily see too many noob tubes except, like right off the spine. You don't see kids running around with Commando and Danger Close and One-Man Army in a Search and Destroy game very often. So, I mean, those are the 2 game types I personally enjoy, and that's, that's why I keep on coming back to it.
See, Search and Destroy is like... That's probably my second. CTF and Search are my favorite game types too, and CTF's probably my favorite. But the thing about Search and Destroy is that Lightweight Marathon kind of like, I don't know, like it kind of takes a little bit away from me because that's one of the most epic parts of like COD 4 Search and Destroy was you got to get that like your route down off the spawn and conserve your sprint or rush to a certain spot. Like pre-nades, things like that. And with Lightweight Marathon, you can like fucking book it all the way to a bomb site, like right off the break.
Yeah. it kind
which
of
is
just destroys all the choke points because you have different choke points depending on what class they're running. Because if they're running marathon lightweight, they can get certain places a lot faster, a lot quicker than that you would think they would, and they show up when you don't think they should. So I mean, it all depends on the type of people you're playing, I guess. So
you shouldn't be able to get to my spawn like in literally 7 seconds.
yeah,
Like, that's just out of control. Like Karachi Search and Destroy, you can rush their spawn in like 5 seconds. You're already in their spawn.
I mean, you can power plant with a marathon lightweight class. That's what we used to do. Me and my buddies when we played Search, we would just power plant, and we'd get to the bomb site before the other team would even come out of spawn. So you couldn't, you can't defend that. And when you look towards the bomb site, they're already lying down planting it, so you don't know they're there.
yeah.
And then it was just too easy.
I think the worst is Afghan A. That is by far the worst. If they power plant that is the worst ever.
Yeah, because it's right there in that helic or in that broken plane.
Yeah, so if you play a team that just constantly rush plants that, it's not fun.
One thing that I loved about Modern Warfare 2, though, is the hit detection is so much better.
Yeah,
Yes,
than
it
the
is.
other CODs. It's just it's nearly perfect. And COD 4, that was my biggest gripe with it.
Yeah, but then you have, when it comes to sniping, but now you have random hit markers in Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I thought in COD 4
yeah.
too.
I don't know about that, man. Like, I'm not really buying the whole too many hit markers in Modern Warfare 2 thing. I really don't. Sniping is so much easier in Modern Warfare 2, like, for me. Like, so much easier. And, like, if you hit them in the stomach, you're fine. Just hit them in the stomach and they're gonna drop unless they have painkiller. Like, I got way more random hit markers in World of War. Like,
oh, yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's just me.
But
Juggernaut got rid of
I don't know, I was-
excessive
I was-
hit markers.
I was
Even
just talking to
without-
Ben
even
about
without
this the other day.
Juggernaut.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Dunkus.
No. You're good.
Oh, okay. Well, I was talking to Ben actually on Skype the other day about Modern Warfare 2 and how he hates it or doesn't hate it, but he was like, "I'm not playing that tonight." I was like, "Why not?" Well, basically we just got to talking and like I'm a sucker for like really well put together games, like good animations, good sound, like a good total package. Like John was saying, the good hit detection.
That's what she said.
I don't know, like Modern Warfare 2, despite all of its flaws, all the perks, exploits, all the whatever, death streaks, whatever you want to talk about, it still feels like a really, really well put together game. And I think that's what keeps drawing me back because I'm a sucker for stuff like that. Like the graphics are amazing, the sound is amazing, the gameplay itself is so fluid, and like the 60 FPS, you can't compete with that with any other shooter out there. Even Halo doesn't even run at 60.
Halo
So, I
runs
mean,
at
like-
30. That's my biggest complaint with Halo.
Yep.
I mean, like, after a long session of Modern Warfare 2, I can see myself playing it again the next day. But if I sit there and play Halo for a long time now, or like even World at War, or COD 4, it's like, I'm done with that game for a couple days, I'm not going to play it. Modern Warfare 2, I'm right back in it the next day, because it just draws me back, I don't know why.
Well, I mean, like, would it be safe to say that when any of us make a statement like, well, Modern Warfare 2 is a shit game, like, would it be more accurate to say, like, well, tonight, Modern Warfare 2 for me is a shit game?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, we're, gamers, just in general, especially with this game, are just, like, really reactionary. So if they have, like, a rage quit moment, if someone commando knifes them around a corner, that's enough to, like, rage quit, throw your headset off, and just say, fuck this game, it's a fucking horrible piece of shit. And then, like, run with that for, like, a week, and then, but then, like, literally, you're still putting in, like, 12 hours of gameplay that week in that game. Like, I saw 402, he, like, responded to this one guy's tweet, and he even said, like, that's like, my biggest frustration with this community is that, on the one hand, these guys will say it's a crap game, but they still will just pour hours into it. Just doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Well,
to be fair, I have never, in any commentary or any tweet or anything like that, I've never once said Modern Warfare 2 is a shit game. To be fair, but
Yeah.
I have said I'm frustrated with some things. Like obviously the danger close one man army. I'm frustrated with that, but you can't do anything about it. People are going to abuse it because the community is full of young kids that want to get easy kills and rack up the kill streaks. So I mean, if you go into a game with a bunch of people noob tubing, I just usually quit out and try to find a different lobby. But I'm not going to go out and say it's a shit game because we can all agree that it's a very good game at its core, but the community makes it bad.
How often do I rage quit?
Very.
A lot.
Every single night I play, and the next night I still play again.
Yeah, you're like, disclaimer, if I get NoobTube, I'm quitting.
Yeah, same as me. But like John and I were talking, I don't know, a couple nights ago, and when he gets on, he's been getting on more, thank God, but it all depends on the lobbies you're getting that night. Like sometimes you can have the best nights and you're just getting into decent lobbies where they're not being, they're not doing gay things, and you can play for a good 2, 3, 4 hours, however long you want to play, but then sometimes you get into those lobbies where you're constantly getting spawn tubed, you got those guys sitting with commando around the corner, stuff like that. It all depends on the lobby, and like Dunkus said, it's the community that kind of ruins it at times.
Well, they kind of give us the option to ruin it because they set up perks, like you can abuse perks, but I guess if those perks weren't there, people wouldn't do it, obviously, but you just have to be the bigger man and don't use that stuff, but
yeah,
just know that people are always going to use it.
Danger close, one-man army, attack and insert, all that stuff in itself is not a bad idea. I think it's a great idea. But when you can abuse it and use it and, like the attack inserts and free-for-all, what I said before is if there is a way to somehow program it, if you die in the same spot, let's say 3 or 4 times in a row, why don't you just get killed or something like that? I mean, I wouldn't think that'd be that hard to code.
Or just take it out of free-for-all completely.
Yeah, that too.
So.
Well, this conversation's already happened like 15,000 times.
In every podcast. Yeah. Let's talk about, since we're on video games, let's talk a little bit more about Reach, since that's coming out here pretty soon.
Boner.
Oh, man, Reach is it's gonna fucking rape so hard it's not even funny. Like, you guys all played the beta, right?
Yeah.
See, when I played the beta, I was expecting, like, okay, well, this is gonna be the full game, and then, like, 10 other maps, and they're gonna clean some stuff up. But no, man, like it's gonna be so fucking awesome. Like
Forge World.
Yeah, like I'm not too big into Forge myself. I didn't really make like any custom maps for Halo 3, but it's gonna be cool to see what the community comes up with.
Yeah.
But just like the idea of it is like fucking awesome. But I really liked Firefight. I got to play Firefight at Gamescom. It was so much fun, and like. How you can like customize Firefight now is like ridiculous. Like you can do adversarial firefights, so like me and John could be playing in the same game, and it's like a score attack. And so like at the end of each round, like one player wins based on the score that they got. You can set up like really ridiculous parameters, like 200% damage on the sniper rifles, and it's like sniper rifles only against an entire wave of just like the huge mega hardcore elite guys, and I don't know, all that stuff is just like, I've said it before, but I think Firefight's better than Nazi Zombies. Nazi Zombies is awesome. Nazi Zombies is awesome, but Firefight was just like so much fun when ODST first came out.
Yeah, did you guys play that on ODST?
All the time.
I never played it.
Oh man, it's a blast. I think the best part about it is just that different characters have different damages and it takes different strategies to kill them. I mean, when you play Nazi Zombies, it's all the same guy, all the same hits, blah, 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 depending on the round.
It's really fun. I mean, Zombies is awesome. I'm not saying it's not awesome, but...
No, I think just Firefight takes it to that next level. That's my personal opinion.
Did you ever go for the achievement, which is make it to the last set of the fourth... Yep. It's like the last wave of the fourth set or whatever on... not legendary, but on heroic.
Yeah,
we got that. We got that together. Actually, there's a really easy level to get it on.
Yeah, the one that's indoors, right? It's like Alpha Site. Like
we actually got it on the one where we just jumped in the choppers in that big outdoor level, and we all rode around the brute choppers and just ran people over for four sets.
Yeah,
dude, we there was this one indoors map. I think it's like the only indoors map, but well, we made it to the very last wave of the fourth set, and we fucking died. After 4 hours of the same firefight match going for this achievement, we fucking died on the very last wave. It was it's heartbreaking. 4 fucking hours.
Did you ever try it again, or?
No. After that, it's like, what's
discouraging.
The point? Yeah, that's such a huge time investment. 4 hours for one session. It's like you got to prioritize like going to the bathroom or smoking a cigarette, or and in firefight it's like nonstop. Like they don't give you a break, like really, for more than 10 seconds.
Just throwing a dip, it solves that problem.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. I had an e-cigarette too at the time, but those are a little bit more tricky when you're trying to play a first-person shooter. But yeah, Reach, like, I'm hearing, like, well, I guess, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I heard a lot of people saying that, like, they're adding too much to it, and jetpack and armor lock is like really obnoxious and stuff like that. But like everything that they added, like, still at the end of the day, Reach still felt like a Halo game. Like it never felt like I was straying too far from what the precedent that they've set with the other games.
It definitely felt like Halo when I played the beta. I mean, it felt, I don't know, it didn't. I mean, yeah, it felt a little bit. It felt smoother, yeah, but I mean, it was still the same game. It was still Halo, so.
That's why I'm so excited about it, is just because it feels smooth to me. Like Halo 3 feels like I'm fucking watching a slideshow.
Do you really notice that much?
I noticed.
Yeah.
I'm a PC gamer. I'm used to 60 frames a second minimum. So even 60 can feel kind of clunky to me. Like with controls, you can't see it visually, but you can feel it with controls. Like, I mean, if I run Modern Warfare 2 on my PC, like I stay frame rate capped at like 250. If I play Team Fortress 2, I'm never going to drop below 300. So, like, I'm used to, like, just feeling that responsiveness all the time. And with Halo 3 at 30 frames a second, you lose that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did feel like they tightened up the controls a little bit for Reach, which was, there was a little bit of slow turn stuff with Halo 3 that was just, like, constantly there, no matter what controller that you used. And in Reach, it felt like they kind of addressed that. Even, like, replacing the BR with the DMR kind of solves a lot of that problem, because the BR spread was like that was so tricky with a slow turn controller, you know. That can be really kind of a pain in the ass. And like I was digging the DMR. I'm like, I say bring it on. I'm not really gonna miss the BR at all.
No.
Yeah, I didn't really miss it when I was playing. I don't know. I actually liked how they brought back the
Pistol.
The pistol, yeah.
Oh man, the pistol rapes. Like, that's the first thing I did. It was whenever I joined any game, I would switch out to my pistol from my assault rifle. The assault rifle was like, if you knew how to use the pistol, you could like 5-shot people with it. It's like you were good. You could kill people like so much quicker with the pistol than the assault rifle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm just glad that the pistol is meaningful yet again. Like, I don't know if you guys ever played Halo 1, the pistol was the gun to use. Like, if you had good aim and were good with the pistol, you raped at that game. So I'm just glad they brought it back.
You could fucking out-snipe someone with a pistol. You could literally, like, scope in and then shoot a sniper that was way off in the distance with the Halo 1 pistol.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, and, like, Halo 3, pistol's pretty much worthless. I mean, you can't do anything with it. So
Halo 2, the pistol was worthless.
Yeah, that too.
Do you guys think that Reach is going to pull you guys away from Call of Duty a little bit?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for a while at least. I figure I'll play that solely Reach until Black Ops, and then I'll probably put Reach down forever, like I did with, that's just how I am.
Yep, it'll be the game for about a month, and then it'll go away.
I'm pretty excited for that ladder system.
Well, I mean, are you talking about you, or are you talking about...
For me.
I thought you were making I'm like...
No. It'll be that and Black Ops. That'll be a tight fight. It'll be... I don't know. It'll be pretty crazy to see.
The thing about it is, it's hard to play both games because they're totally different.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's hard to be really good at both. So you kind of got to pick one.
Yeah.
It really depends. Like if Black Ops is the kill streak fest that Modern Warfare 2 was, then I'll probably play it a lot like I did Modern Warfare 2, which is to say, like you play it really, really heavy for like the first like 2 or 3 months, and then way more casual after that.
Yeah.
I really doubt that I'll ever get into Call of Duty like I did with COD 4.
COD 4 is fucking amazing.
Yeah. Even COD 2, if you want to talk about the better player winning, COD 2 was like, that's where it was at. Like, there was no perks. The guns actually, like, took skill to use.
Couldn't sprint.
I've actually been playing COD 2 a lot lately, and it pisses me off because if you have an HD TV and you zoom in into anywhere where there's any particle effects in the air, like dust or smoke, your frame rate drops to literally like 2 frames a second, and it just chops all over the screen.
That was a glitch for COD 2, is that the smoke grenades were ridiculous and they lasted really long. So if you played on a map like Bosniak, you would chuck a smoke grenade, chuck a nade on the ground, kill yourself, spawn in, chuck another smoke. You could literally have the entire map filled with smoke within like a minute. It was pretty funny, actually.
Here's a question:
Makes it
Do you guys
impossible for me.
can you guys ever, or do you guys think that people are going to go back to Modern Warfare 2 once Black Ops comes out?
Do you think anybody wants to listen to you talk like Wally?
Wally.
Wally!
I have no idea
Do
why it's
whatever.
doing that.
Your mic's
Just leave it in. Just fix that damn mic. Don't edit that out because that's kind of funny sounding.
What was your
Or is
question? again?
Is anybody going to go back to Modern Warfare 2, do you think, once Black Ops hits? Like, people are going
No.
back to COD 4 or World at War?
No, I doubt it. COD 4 is like way different than Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like Black Ops looks like, I don't know what you guys thought but when I saw the preview, I thought, okay, looks a lot like Modern Warfare 2. Like I immediately thought like that looks exactly like Modern. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying.
Well, Hutch, maybe you weren't the one. I swore someone said it's seriously Modern Warfare 2 with like a custom skin, like a mod skin.
Yeah. I mean that's how like World of War was with COD 4.
Yeah, that's what it looks like again. With some, a few tweaks here and there, but
That's why I still defend Infinity Ward even for their flaws because Treyarch uses their engines and they have more time to fucking work on polishing shit.
Well, it's funny because I interviewed the community manager of Treyarch at Gamescom, and I asked him like, how much leniency do you guys have when it comes to, because like Infinity Ward, that's like their baby, and what I wanted to know was like how far off the rails Treyarch can go, like if they wanted to, like I mean, at what point does Activision step in and say no, you need to stick to this certain formula? And he said that they can basically do whatever they want. And the way that he phrased it, he said, it's our engine, we can do whatever we want. And I think that that's like a proprietary issue. Is that the right word? Like, it's Activision's engine, technically.
Yep.
So.
But Infinity Ward developed the entire thing.
are you sure? Are you sure?
I'm
Infinity Ward developed
100%.
it?
I'm 100% positive. Because if you can even look at like World at War's box or something. It's been the same way for all of the Call of Duties. Like it says, this game is using the Call of Duty 4 engine. Like it's always Infinity Ward's engines that get used in the Call of Duty games. Because realistically, it's probably because Infinity Ward was such a fucking powerhouse when COD 4 came out. Because they still had money left over. I don't know if you guys knew that Infinity Ward made the first Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
They did.
That was the guys from Infinity Ward. And if you haven't played Medal of Honor, you need to, because that's like the most balanced, just perfect first-person shooter. Even though the graphics are terrible, like now, like you look at them, they're terrible. Like you could, like that game was based around like being tactical. Like you leaned around corners and you could just show your head while you're looking down a whole hallway.
Yeah,
and
you
people
could
were supposed
still
to counter that.
You can still do that on PC, COD 4.
Yeah, it's not as big of a part of the game though as it is in Medal of Honor, because you can't just like poke your head out. Like you lean half your model out. It's hard to explain, but you got to like play Medal of Honor to understand what I'm saying. Like you can literally get it to the point where like as much of your head is from your eyeballs up or poking around the corner, and you can see down a whole hallway. It was legit, and I'm gonna fucking play it after this podcast.
Man, it was really fucking brutal. The guys from Respawn Entertainment, Vince and Jason, the two former heads of Infinity Ward that got fired, they were on a panel at QuakeCon, and when it came time for like Q&A from the crowd, it was like really awkward questions, because those dudes, like, legally they can't talk about anything that happened because it might fuck with their lawsuit, and there might be a gag order on that too. But this one kid gets up there and goes, basically he asks them, like, how do you guys feel about other game developers taking over sequels for like alternating years? Basically asking him, like, what do you think about Treyarch doing every other Call of Duty? And it was either Vince or Jason, I can't remember which one it was. It was the dude with the long hair. But he just makes a motion that he makes a gun with his hand and shoots himself in the head. when they asked him about Treyarch doing the other games, which I was like, oh man.
Wow.
I think Treyarch does a pretty good job, but I mean, Call of Duty is Infinity Ward. That it'll always be Infinity Ward's game to me.
I don't know, man. Treyarch is really, I really feel like they're out to prove something with Black Ops. Like, they definitely they wanna show people that they're not here to fuck around.
But COD 4, that's all I gotta say. COD 4. And COD 2. COD 2 and COD 4 are two of the best games I've ever played.
COD 4 wasn't without its problems either, but it was still, like, so epic. It was such an epic jump from 2 to 4. like not even counting 3 because that game was like so rushed, but like from 2 to 4, that was such an epic jump. Number 1, going from World War II to Modern Warfare, and then number 2, introducing perks and stuff was just like really, really new.
I still remember the first day I looked, or the first day I watched the trailer for Call of Duty 4, I was like, what is this? This is going to be awesome. Then I played the beta for the first time, and I was hooked the instant I played the beta. It was awesome.
Yeah.
COD 4 had a beta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't even into Call of Duty that much at that point. I didn't even know they had a beta.
It was Vacant, Overgrown, and Crash were the 3. And the level cap was like 20 or something like that.
Maybe I did, actually. I don't know. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. So
it was glorious.
All right, let's jump into these Xbox Live titles, or just the Xbox Live Arcade in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of you guys wanted to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 4.
Yeah, Dunkus.
Yeah. I just watched the trailer for it today, actually, about some gameplay, and it looks amazing. Like,
wait, that's not the teaser, is it?
No, it's actual gameplay of Emerald Hill Zone, I think.
Oh, nice. I didn't even know that they had like a full reveal trailer up.
Yeah, it's I don't know about you guys, but when I was little, I had a Sega. I did not have a Super Nintendo, and pretty much Sonic and Sega was all I played back in the day. So this really excites me. I'm definitely going to jump on the Sonic bandwagon when that comes out. But
I think that's like pretty much the only direction that Sonic could have gone at this point, because that series just like, man, talk about tragic downfalls. Like that series just got worse and worse with every game. So like Xbox Live Arcade and PSN and WiiWare is like the perfect platform for them to really like go back to basics and like shine and do what they do best.
WiiWare, just that's the only reason I got a Wii, so I can fucking play all of the old games again. It's the best thing about Wii.
That's virtual console. WiiWare is like the new stuff. So, just to clarify,
it's
just to clarify, I want to lick your balls.
I might let you.
God, are you that lonely, Hutch?
Side note, getting your balls licked is awesome.
Hummers or not.
Yeah, we already
learned
talked
that
about
last episode, kids.
There's one topic left about kind of the boner thing.
Masturbation in front of pets. Dunkus, go.
Well, no, wait. We I wanted to ask you guys how you guys feel about Xbox Live Arcade titles.
I love them.
I think they're getting so much better.
Yeah.
Castle
originally,
Crashers, Geometry Wars, the best money I've ever spent. Those 2 games.
Castle Crush is epic. How about, did you guys ever play Trials HD? I played the hell out of that game, just trying to beat those high scores.
Yeah. I don't know. Geometry Wars was all I could invest when it came to like trying to beat top scores. I knew if I downloaded that game, I would obsess on it, and so I sort of avoided it.
I think it's the perfect like in between. If you're in between big titles, I think it's the perfect like to kind of take a break, I guess, from the full games and stuff like that, and just kind of get away in a way.
Yeah.
To be honest, when I first got my Xbox, I kind of wrote off the Xbox Live Arcade as being like childish and games that maybe like take 10-15 minutes and you'd be done with them. But ever since last Summer of Arcade, where they had that Castle Crashers and they had Braid, they had all those games.
Bionic Commando, Geometry Wars 2, yeah.
It basically took a 180, and they're like, well, we can actually take this seriously and make real good games. And now a lot of the games I play are arcade games. I never thought it would be like that on the Xbox.
Well, it's really, I mean, like, depending on the game, too, it's such an awesome value, because, like, I've literally probably spent, like, I know I've spent over 100 hours on Geometry Wars 2, and that's $10. So, I mean, like, for the amount of time I'm playing and the amount of money I spent, it's such a good value.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think of how arcade games have come, too, because, when the Xbox, whenever they started the arcade up, the games weren't really that impressive, and now you have games like Blacklight Tango Down, which are just arcade games. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when it first came out, I don't think they intended it. Well, I mean, like, maybe they did all along, but when it first came out, it was not the same arcade that it is now. It was like,
it had like a 300
here's
megabyte.
Pac-Man, and here's, some other shovelware stuff, but not the Pac-Man.
Like 300 megabyte max, didn't they? Right when it first started.
Yeah, I think it was. Yes, it was something like that. I don't know why they would have done that, but
Yeah, you can't make much of a game with 300 megabytes nowadays.
Start off small, I guess.
Dunkus, are you done downloading Monday Night Combat yet?
Yes, I just spent $15 on a whim thanks to your recommendation.
You're not going to regret it, dude. Even though John will tell you that it's nothing compared to Team Fortress 2, that game is fucking awesome.
I watched a couple
Nothing compares to
developer videos, and other commentators that are putting out videos for it, and it looks really interesting. But the third-person aspect of it gets me kind of worried because Gears of War, I'm going to compare it to Gears right now because that's like the only third-person shooter I played besides Resident Evil, but that's not multiplayer. So Gears of War, I played the shit out of the single player, and I loved it. And then I go to multiplayer and I play maybe, I'd say no more than 20 hours, and then I'm done with it. Like, I can't play this. So that kind of worries me about being a third-person shooter because I can't really get into it like I do first-persons.
It's super smooth. Like, it's really, really smooth. Like, that one-to-one, what I do with my controller, how fast is that actually happening on screen? It's, like, right on par with, like, Call of Duty in terms of, input lag from your controller. But yeah, I have the same problem with third-person shooters. Like, I can't really seem to be too precise with them. That's like my biggest complaint is like
People are you and your first-person shooters. I've probably put over like 500 hours into Gears of War.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Like you guys don't even know how much I have played of that game. It's
Are you
bad.
looking forward to the reverse horde mode in Gears
Beast
3?
Mode, yeah.
where you're playing as the baddies.
Well, I hated Gears of War 2, so I'm kind of worried about Gears of War 3, but I think that'll be kind of a cool addition. I don't know. That's not what I'll buy the game for, but it'll be cool to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I think the determining factor for Gears 3 is how they handle the multiplayer, because that was like, hands down, I never even played Gears 2, but that's all I heard was how fucking broken the multiplayer was.
Well, I mean, the first one's broken too. If you think about it, I don't know if you've ever played the first multiplayer, but
I know about the exploits, like some like the weird like rolling into shotgun and shit like that. You know, I've heard about all the exploits in that game.
it's just they changed the style of of the game. Like they just changed how it's played, and the hardcore Gears of War fans who played that like me, who played the hell out of the first one, cannot play number 2. It's just not the same game. It's just they totally revamped it in a bad way. So, I mean, the casual gamer who just played, maybe the campaign for Gears of War 1, it doesn't affect them because, they don't really notice it. But for someone like me who put in so many hours, it's a completely different game, and it's not one that I like. So.
Well, I know they retooled the Unreal Engine, and like as far as I know, they haven't rushed this game. It's like Gears 2 came out. It wasn't a year ago, was it?
No, it was longer than that.
I think it was like 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years ago. This November, it'll be 2 years ago. So
Really? They came out the same month as COD 4? Is that right?
No.
World at War.
Oh, World of War. Oh, yeah.
They came out at the exact same time.
Yeah, so they didn't rush it. Like, so, I mean, they spent the last 2 years on this game. So that's good.
I'm excited to see. I'll buy it just because I'm a Gears of War fanboy, but I don't know. I'm kind of worried. So.
I like Gears of War because, actually, that sounds weird. I mean, I never really played the game that much, but I like the fact that what was so big about Gears of War 1 was the fact that it was just such a fucking pretty game. And PS3 at the time was like talking about how their graphics were going to shit all over 360s, and then all of a sudden Microsoft busts out with Gears of War, which looked just as good as any PS3 game at the time.
Yeah.
Now is a different story. Like games like Killzone 3 and Uncharted, you're not going to see that level of graphic of like visual beauty when it comes to the 360. But at the time, it's like.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. When it comes to the Xbox, though, Gears of War wins visually every single time. It is. I don't know how, but it's always just like the most beautiful game on the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know how they do it, to be honest.
It's an Unreal Engine, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Beautiful
Yeah, but
thing.
so many games use that engine. And no other game looks like that.
It's
not
so easy to tweak that engine, like the Unreal Engine. Like that's Epic's version of the Unreal Engine. Like only they have the exact code for that. It's just a customized version of what they used to make Unreal Tournament 3.
Yeah, Rainbow Six Vegas 2 looks like ass, and it's running on the that game. I love that game, but it looks like ass. It's just not a good looking game.
So, all right, are we moving on to masturbation?
Do we want to touch on that or not?
Well, we were just talking earlier about like jerking off since I had to wax my wang live on podcast. And Hutch was talking about how he jerks off all the time, and his cat sits on the bed and he pets his cat with one hand while he's jerking off with the other.
I didn't say I pet
Mr.
my cat.
Evil.
I said okay, you know what? This isn't even like a bestiality thing. It's not like a cat fetish. But, I mean, I live in a studio apartment, and my cat is, like, super affectionate. And so, like, he's always on my bed, like, trying to, like, snuggle up with me. So when I'm handling my business and he's, like, 3 feet away from me, I could stop and throw him off the bed and continue about my business, or I could just, let him sit there. And it's a little weird. I'm not going to try and downplay that, but if I throw him off the bed, he's just going to jump right back on. And so at that point, my session is just completely ruined, and I'd rather go watch Battlestar Galactica season 2. But
So if I were you, I would lock the cat in the bathroom or something if I was going to go and do
but
my business.
That to me is like even weirder. Every time I want to jack off, I gotta lock my cat in the bathroom.
That's
just
what I
to
have
avoid
to
that
do.
situation.
I have to. I cannot.
I shut my dog out of my room.
Yeah, same with me. It's just too
Well,
weird.
he lives in a studio apartment, so it's kind of different. So
That's true. He's by himself.
I take comfort in knowing that he has no idea what I'm doing.
Maybe he does. You don't even know.
I think he's just really confused. Like, what the fuck is this big guy doing?
I told you, my dog thinks I'm hurting myself, and she barks and she whines and she'll like lick my feet and shit. Apparently, I go at it pretty hard and she starts to get worried.
Oh,
That would be a
man.
little awkward if she starts licking your feet and stuff like that.
She'll get kicked in the face. I twitch.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Alrighty.
So,
Dunkus,
I
do
don't know,
you
real
jerk
quick-
off in front of your dog?
Shelby.
no, I do not. I
dude, it's not like you're jerking off in front of them. It's just that they're there.
It's
they're
just-
there.
it's just creepy, you know.
Okay, but has she seen you and your wife have sex before? She been
Yeah,
in the
she's
same
on
room?
she's on the bed sometimes
go.
when we're doing it. I don't know. It just feels weird because like masturbation is something that's very personal, unless you're doing it with somebody, like with your significant other. But like if you're by yourself, I feel like it's, I don't know. I'm kind of weird about that, but I feel like it's really personal. If I'm seeing my dog sitting right there looking at me, just eyes fixated on me, I can't get out of my head that she's watching me what I'm doing, so I just close the door.
Oh, that's funny.
Your
Jacking
dog,
off with your girlfriend can be kind of fun, but on the other hand, I
vagina
don't know.
feels better.
well, yeah, but like I just don't like the idea of like what I'm doing with my face. 'Cause it's like it's not like you can control it. You get like this underbite going on.
Oh my god.
It's like I feel like if I was watching me do that, I would not think that was like sexy whatsoever. So
I don't know, Hutch. You with an underbite, that'd be pretty hot.
I look like simple Jack trying to masturbate.
Oh my god. Alright, so we wanted to let everybody know about Logan's channel, right, John?
Yes. Optic Predator, he's my lover, and his channel was taken down for, apparently somebody hacked his old account, and he never got it back because YouTube sucks ass. And they decided to upload gameplay from the Reach release version, like from the actual game, onto that channel. And Microsoft filed a complaint against it, and because that channel was linked to the same email as his main channel, they shut down both channels for good, permanently.
Are you sure about that?
I
Because
don't know if it's permanently.
Yeah, because Hex put it out there today that his channel was suspended. It wasn't completely.
Well,
shut.
he went to YouTube's offices. Logan did today.
Yeah, but they
It'll
said
it'll still be at least 3 weeks if it's just suspended before he gets his original one back.
The same thing happened with Final FB Walshy for the win. His channel had a bogus copyright claim put on it, and it got shut down for 2 months. And he eventually got it back.
Same thing happened to my channel, too. Mine went down for a long time. So, I'm sure he'll get it back eventually, but still, go check out his, what's his other channel, John?
M48-3 Predator.
All right, so youtube.com/M40A3Predator. So you guys should go definitely check it out and subscribe.
Tell him he's really tall.
really, really tall.
And he has a nice penis.
Is he short?
He's seriously 4'11".
Yeah, he's a midget. We love.
He's literally 4'11"?
Yeah, literally. He might be 5 feet tall.
How do you know this? Have you met him?
He
Pictures.
fucking tells. He tells you. He'll tell you he's a midget, and he has pictures. You never saw like the Optic video where they hit 100K and they introduced all themselves like with actual videos of themselves saying thank you.
No,
and
is
stuff?
that still on the internet?
It's
Well,
probably
it's
on their
taken-
Optic Nation channel.
Yeah.
Oh, link me in the Skype chat right now. I want to see these
It's
guys.
so tiny.
That's
He's so little. Poor
Dude,
Logan.
Hex is a
All right.
fucking monster.
All right, we're not gonna end this podcast until you get to see how tall Logan is, because this is important.
Are you linking it to me?
I'm trying to find it real quick in here. They upload fucking 45 videos a day. Where are you at? Just keep talking about shit. I'll link you.
Masturbation.
When we were at the Red Bull thing today, we shot an entire episode of Respawn like in the little hangar, and like it's a common area where we were shooting Respawn. There was like workers in their cubicles all around us, and we were like it was like this like basically it's like this main stage type thing in the center of this huge room, like a room the size of like a huge basketball court. There's this one area that's like quartered off by stones. And it's like a moat of stones, and you have to cross this little moat of stones to get there. And we were saying like the most obscene shit you could possibly imagine while these like random people are just like sitting there trying to work. Like at one point, Sark says that we were doing fake little promos for Red Bull, like Red Bull, if you drink anything else, fuck you. And like, I said one, it was Red Bull, because Rockstar is for fags. And like, at one
Just
point,
reminded me of Ricky Bobby so much. My name's Ricky Bobby, and if you don't chew Big Red, fuck you.
And then Sark, his was so bad. He goes, Red Bull, it tastes like God's jizz. If you can hear like a pin drop in this hall, and there's like seriously 50 workers like 20 feet away from us. All right, I'm gonna watch this video of
Watch the one I
M40.
sent. It's just the 15-second clip of just Predator. So you don't have to find it in the other one.
Poor Logan. Everybody's making fun of him for being short in our podcast. I love you, Logan.
I love Logan too. He's a classy gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Optic Predator fail. Wow. Oh
So
my
cool.
God! No way.
He's so cute. He's so cute.
He's the cutest little guy in the world.
He's
I gotta
adorable.
watch that again.
He's so cute.
Oh man, I want to pick him up and throw him across the room.
Give him a big hug.
Oh, Logan.
man.
I'll
He's
pound
seven-
that ass.
He's not 17 years old.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
he
is.
is. It's just really
Oh
small.
my God, no way.
He doesn't. I don't know. He
That's-
sounds like he's 17.
That's how short I was, probably up until I was 15 or 16.
You were not that short.
Yeah, I was, dude. I was 5'1" up until 16 or 17. And now I'm
He says
6'3".
He says he's 5'3". He says he's 5'3".
He's full of shit. He's wearing platform shoes.
Watch him have like a fucking 13-inch cock. That'd be-
I'm telling you, it's the way it works.
Oh man, that little bastard.
I love
I
Logan.
think we ended on that.
Yeah, we'll end on that note, I think. Logan's really tall. But thanks for
Dunkus.
tuning in. Thanks for tuning in to episode 3, and these guys can say what they want, because my balls are still sticky.
I got nothing. We're good.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys, as usual.
Yeah,
I love
now
you
now
all.
go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves. Bye.
Later, guys.
Peace.